Neve Campbell was starring in a successful TV drama and a well-known film franchise at the height of her career. In 1996, Scream gave the horror subgenre new life. Campbell kept acting in Party of Five as sequels to Scream were produced. She attempted to create something that happened in the interim that wasn't related to teen dramas or scary flicks. Campbell seemed to vanish from popular TV and movies once Party of Five was cancelled after 6 seasons. Today, I would like to review the actress's career and understand why she failed to establish herself on Hollywood Olympus. Campbell was born in Canada. At the age of 6, she wanted to be a ballerina. But at 15, Campbell had to leave ballet due to several injuries. Instead, she turned to act. In 1991, at 18, Campbell appeared in a Coca-Cola commercial. The breakthrough for Campbell was her participation in the series The Us5. In the mid-90s, the project showed great numbers on television, and through it many actors/actresses who later gained fame. And on the big screen, like the same Jennifer Love Hewitt and Matthew Fox. In 1995, Party of Five won the Golden Globe for Best Drama. It was a shocking upset that brought attention to the fledgling drama. The win brought more viewers and better ratings. Party of Five ended its run after 6 seasons in 2000. This series helped make it into the movie Scream. Director Wes Craven personally contacted the actress. He liked the Party of Five series so much that when he got the director's chair for Scream, he immediately called the actress and asked her to come in for an audition. She didn't refuse the director but demanded $1.5 million for her participation. So although she was, at the time, a TV actress on Scream, she was the highest paid. Courtney Cox could have gotten more, as during the filming of Scream, one of the highest rated series was Friends. But they didn't want to take her on the project, and she had to run after the director to get the part, and the fee was reduced. Drew Barrymore had intended to play the lead role, but other commitments prevented her from doing so. Instead, she played a minor role, almost an extended cameo. Her character was killed off in the film's opening scenes. It was a gamble to kill off the movie's biggest star at the beginning of the movie, but the gamble paid off. The opening death scene became a hallmark of the series. The success of Scream at the box office was enormous. The picture made $173 million on a budget of $14 million and revived the teen slasher genre, which had been considered dead for several years. And Campbell immediately received an offer to play in the sequel, for which she has already received $3.5 million. She says those months of filming the second part were the hardest of her career. At the same time as Scream 2, she starred in the series Party of Five. She gave the series her all on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, Thursday and Friday she was on the set of the series in the morning, and the afternoon on the set of the movie Scream Part 2. On Saturday and Sunday, the actress was completely devoted to Scream. Based on the first film's success, actors were lining up to appear in the sequel. Sarah Michelle Gellar agreed to a cameo role without reading the script. She was busy in between shooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer and I Know What You Did Last Summer, but made time in her schedule for Scream 2. Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett were selected for the film's opening death scene, and Campbell was reunited with Jeremy O'Connell from her Canadian TV days. Reviews for Scream 2 were primarily positive but not as glowing as they were for the first film. Roger Ebert complained, "There is no way to guess who's making the killing, and everyone who seems suspicious is sure to be innocent." Probably not surprising, considering how the film was written and rewritten. Scream Part 2 was a hit at the box office. The sequel Scream 2 has already cost $24 million at the box office and has earned about the same amount as the first. The creators of Scream decided to take a short break for the third part. They got to star in other films while working on their series. From 1998 to 2000, she appeared in 5 films, all of which failed at the box office. In Wild Things, Campbell constantly watched what went into the frame. She was even present in the editing room. She received for her participation $2 million. In explicit scenes, actress was afraid to shoot, and claimed that she had to get very drunk to stop her from shaking in the frame, as drinking alone is not a good idea. Dylan and Richards were drunk to the point of unconsciousness. Later, all 3 were somehow put in front of the camera and filmed the episode as quickly as possible. But if Wild Things on video sold well, then things were worse with the other films of the actress. 54, Drowning Mona and 3 to Tango, for which the actress received $2.5 million and had no chance of success. Campbell would later say that because of the series in the late 90s missed out on several great deals, which later became box office hits. Her choice was severely limited because of her contract, and she signed up for what she could and didn't look like garbage. It's hard to say whether she's telling the truth or not. Officially, for example, it is known that she turned down the lead female role in Armageddon, and would later turn down Chicago as well. These are both big box office hits. But the actress was still a screamer, which acted as a lifesaver for a while. For the third part, she has already received $4 million. Much like the second film, the script was written and rewritten as filming was underway. 3 different versions of the ending were filmed because, at the time, no one knew the final fate of Patrick Dempsey's character. Scream 3 received negative reviews. Many critics noted that Scream 3 was the movie the first Scream made fun of. At the box office, he performed worse than previous films, the franchise, but still managed to earn more than $160 million. Here, the actress ended her contract with the series Party of 5, and her restrictions have disappeared. Here's just the choice of roles in the actress was particular, and sometimes it may seem that she favored money. Why did Campbell give up her role in Chicago? It's unclear. But that same year, she received $5 million for her role in Robert Altman's The Company, and the writers of Chicago had a limited budget and couldn't pay that much. Robert Altman, a highly respected director who created Gosford Park, received many Oscar nominations and did well at the box office. That is, everyone expected something like that from The Company. And maybe it's not about the money. And Campbell just wanted recognition. Campbell spent years developing the movie. She received a producer and a store credit. The film was significant to Campbell, given her background in ballet. Reviews were mostly positive, but The Company flopped at the box office. In 2004, Campbell played James Toback's mostly improvised When Will I Be Loved. She also starred opposite Christian Slater in Churchill, The Hollywood Years. In 2005, she appeared in the TV movie Reefer Madness, the musical. From 2006 to 2009, Campbell appeared in a bunch of movies you have probably never heard of, and TV shows you probably didn't watch. In 2011, Campbell returned to the Scream franchise for Scream Part 4. Once again, Williamson was hired to write, and once again, he had to bow out due to other obligations. As with Scream Part 3, Aaron Kruger was brought in to finish the script. And as with all the Scream sequels, rewrites were done while the movie was filming. A new cast of younger actors was brought on board to carry on the franchise if need be, but reviews were mixed, and Scream 4 was the first in the series to disappoint at the box office. After that, Campbell filmed very rarely. Therefore, her roles in obscure films became less. Not so long ago, she lit up in House of Cards and played the wife of Dwayne Johnson in the movie Skyscraper. Skyscraper was a rating project unknown, and Dwayne, with her participation, makes almost any movie profitable. In the late 90s, it was thought that she was a rising star and would soon get the prefix super. This, of course, did not happen. Hardly there is noticeable bad luck, but somewhat a strange attitude to the choice of roles. This year we saw the actress in the new part of Scream with the old team. Despite the mediocre and negative reviews, the film earned well at the box office. With a budget of $24 million, it managed to collect $140 million at the worldwide box office. Of course, once an actress disappears, it becomes complicated to come back into the spotlight. The door is always open for Campbell to return to the Scream franchise. Outside of Scream, her options have become limited.